Hello and thank you for joining me in another episode of Windows Innovation. Here we will be focusing on Linux kernel loadable models. Let's log in and then let's open up our editor. So the kernel itself is comprised of multiple loadable models. Those are the models that actually make the system operational. So we use various different binaries in order to impact the runtime environment or make the persistent adjustment of models within the kernel. So we use lsmod to list the existing models on a Linux system. We use modinfo to find which parameters are available per module. We use modprobe in order to load actual models onto the runtime kernel. And we could make those actions in a running system as well as adjust the main configuration management for kernel modules to make persistence the changes across reboots. So the main configuration for module management is located under etc modprobe.d followed by the actual module configuration file which you would like to adjust. So let's open up a terminal and run through the exercise. Okay, so let me log in as root. The first command we want to use is to list the actual module using lsmod. This will list all the modules that are available on the system. In our example, let's take for instance the CD-ROM module or the CD-ROM device in this case. So let's grab that, and then we see that the CD-ROM module is there, and it has a dependency which is our mod. Now keep in mind that you're not able to unload a module if the dependency is running. So in that case, when we do a modinfo followed by the module, we're able to see the series of parameters that we can adjust and define for this particular module. We have the auto eject, we have the lock door, and all these parameters are primarily for these modules are in Boolean mode. So let's take a quick look how to unload this module. So basically, the process to upload modules is the same as probing. We just adding an additional parameter which is -r for removal, followed by the module name. Now, keep in mind that when a module has dependencies running, it will not allow you to remove it. So as I stated earlier, the CD-ROM has a dependency called sr_mod. So we need to unload that particular dependency before we can actually unload the actual parent module. In this case, let's unload it using modprobe-r followed by the module name, and then we could unload the actual CD-ROM module. Now we can see that we don't get anything in return back when we grab the listing of the modules, and that's because we have removed the module from the runtime environment. Now let's attach it back using modprobe CD-ROM, and let's add a parameter, Boolean parameter for lock door equal 1. Now this is how we actually unload and reload and list modules. This is the basic process that we use in a day-to-day operation when we're actually running a non-persistent offloading and unloading modules from the kernel. Now, if we want to make that process persistent, what we need to do is we need to go into the main configuration file of the module. But now, we can always look at the message and see the actual verbiage of what is happening if the module got loaded or not. You can go onto /sys/module and validate all the modules that are available in the system. Here you will find not only the CD-ROM, but you will find every other module that was listed with the command lsmod. Here you could do a full review of them. In our case, let's look at the CD-ROM module itself that we've been working with. CD-ROM. You can look at some of the parameters that have been defined for this particular module. Now, having said that, let's go back to make this change persistent. Remember that we adjusted the Boolean value in our case for the lac CD-ROM. Now, to make these parameters, we go to etc modprobe.d, and this will actually be the area in which we define our options. So let's create a file for our CD-ROM called cd-rom.conf. In here, we will define the actual options. So in our case, let's say the options for CD-ROM, which is the model we've been working with. And then we're going to apply the lactor equal 1 option. Now this will mail you configuration for this module per system across reboots. It is very important to differentiate between runtime and persistent, because sometimes you would like to make changes on runtime only and you don't want those changes to be persistent on the next reboot. So again, to remove a module, we use the modprobe-r followed by the module name, and to attach a module, we use a modprobe followed by the module name. This is a basic introduction of kernel loadable modules. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.